Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Persona 4 Arena part what should probably be the finale. That's kind of my intention here, to go until we're completely done. In the previous video we reached the top of the tower, had Labrys face off a show, and then Kagutsuchi has revealed himself.
That's right. This red fog and the brat's power were on loan from me. At least you worked quite well for me.
Wait, so the thing Minazuki-kun was talking about waking at this tower is...
You finally figured it out. Fortunately, the horde of shadows to create a vessel and the persona fragments to control it have been gathered. All that's left is to fuse that brat with the shadows as a base, and then devour the persona fragments to inhabit my new corporeal form. I pay no heed to others. I am the collective will of those who abandon all connections and strive to live only for themselves. I will incinerate everything. I will murder, trample, and cast you humans down into the depths of despair.
So when you say rob, what do you mean? Are you actually gonna like fucking steal people's TVs? Take them back to the void of infinite nothingness?
My name is Hino Kagutsuchi, one who kills all who live in this world.
Red fog gushes like blood from the body of General Teddy, no, Hino Kagutsuchi, and gets sucked in through Shokun's eyes, ears, mouth, and wounds. It's in his Labrys wounds.
Shokun!
As I try and rush towards him, the empty husk that General Teddy's body has become crumples into a black lump of a shadow. At the same time, Shokun, or whatever he is now, turns its evil red gaze towards me. The power is immeasurably stronger than Shokun or Minazuki-kun. My entire metal body shrieks as I'm twisted in directions that I was never meant to go.
Don't worry. I won't let you die so quickly. You will live to witness my advent, and will be the first sacrifice to my power.
I'll never let you do that! Give Shokun back!
Your nerve astounds me, but I wouldn't be so sure. Your allies are about to be overwhelmed by the flood of shadows. You all fought so long within this red fog, just as I planned. You are exhausted to your very souls. You have no hope of defeating me now.
Man, if you did end up losing though, you would be look like a real fucking loser.
You were quite useful, puppet. I had directed you at them with the aim of harvesting their personas at first, though.
The other tournament, and this one too. So you were the real one behind these battles!
Yes.
I needed a vessel.
Had I taken their shadows for my own, their own wills would have made them less obedient than I required. I learned that in the previous battles. Thus did I prepare this fog and my new stream to carve away at your personas. Personas are the suppressed strength of heart. Nothing is better suited to suppress the will of shadows than that.
So that's why you made us fight!
I glance toward the crystal floating up above, so that's the collection of persona fragments that have been carved away from us. And now enough of them have been gathered. This power will be what brings destruction upon the world. Final piece required to create the vessel for a god. Have you tried just being like strong enough that you don't need to like control shadows or something?
Now is the time for despair. This new form that you have given me. Behold it!
Yeah, like, that's cool and all, but you see, Labrys has an axe. She has a Labrys. So, how are you gonna beat that? A low-pitched laugh echoes across the area, and a blast of heat rages from the enormous body that appears. A god that is manifested using shadows as its vessel. Since I was created to be an anti-shadow weapon, I look on what could be considered my arch-nemesis.
This can't be.
A being that could incinerate the world. Its powers are so tremendous that it could perform such an outrageous deed, yet it's gonna lose to like a fucking girl with an axe. Its roar shakes the air, and there's a heat like scorching flame. My sensors show that it is fully manifested. My legs won't move. At this rate, I'll be destroyed by it too. I recoil in trepidation. Mysterious voices, unlike those of normal persona communications, echo through me.
Labrys, don't give up! We're all cheering you on!
Yeah, okay, that's like cool and all, but could you guys like fucking get up here? I feel like that'd be a lot more helpful.
Labrys, leave this place to us. Once this is all over, we'll have a party and celebration.
I'm positive you can do this, Labrys. We'll take care of all these shadows.
Don't worry, Labrys. You're not alone.
I close my eyes and imagine the faces of everyone I've met since my awakening. Everyone who had accepted me, everyone who had given me a place to belong. And because everyone is fighting below me right now, I am able to stand here.
This is all on you, Labrys. You promised that you'll come back no matter what.
We won't lose! Labrys, please win this for us! We're counting on you, Labrys-san! Please protect our world!
Can we at least get Koromaru's backup? All the friends that I met in Inaba and my companions who trusted me to finish the job before me. Their voices give me strength.
We'll make sure to hold them back here! You can win this, Labrys!
Labrys, we're entrusting this to you. Our thoughts are with you.
Let us handle things here. You have your own role to carry out.
Don't you dare tell us that you're giving up on this now. We'll do our best to give you time.
Labby-chan! Your knight is on your side!
Get a grip, Labrys. We're fighting with you too.
Please win this, Labrys! Sister, we're all waiting for your return. Let's fight this together.
You say together, but where are you? It's okay, they might not be right next to me, but I can still sense them. I won't lose. Everyone is on my side.
Not alone!
We kind of missed a couple of people. Yeah, main character and Yosuke didn't get to say shit, I don't think. That's kind of odd. Okay, once again, my ability to block that attack, non-existent. Okay, how do you... I don't know what you're doing, man. Okay. Alright. I didn't expect the charge to take that long. I just feel like the blocks do not work there. Okay, Labrys, there's the slight issue of you not doing anything. Like, I just think it's unlikely I've never gotten the block there. So it's like, I don't know if you just can't block it. Which doesn't seem, I mean, that doesn't really make sense why you wouldn't be able to block it. Now, the big fire attack I could maybe see. That you're supposed to, like, jump. And this attack, I got no fucking clue. Okay. Apparently I've never got... I don't know, this seems to maybe be best. Because, like, our actual auto attacks are missing. Okay. I thought that was the big one. I wish this man had an HP bar, so if I knew this was like even slightly effective. Because I mean, I just don't get how we're not blocking that. I just like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, like you can see I'm doing, maybe you can only block his physical attacks? That doesn't really make sense though. Okay, I thought that was the big fire attack. Thankfully, like, all of his attacks look the fucking same. Okay, this is... I don't know what you're supposed to do there. I mean, maybe you can block it, but, like, I don't want to try, because what if you can't? Maybe we'll just spam this. Like, I mean, I'm definitely blocking ahead of time there. Or like, I don't know. Okay, that one I think we were mid-attack. This is another one. I got no fucking clue. You definitely can't block that one. Also, I don't know if you can block that. Okay, I mean, stop jumping. Why are you jumping? I'm not hitting up in any way. I don't get it. Oh my god, fucking move! Okay, I didn't mean to actually do that. Please move. Okay. Just don't have him do the super laser and you win. Oh, this one's kind of...
Impossible. The will of a puppet like you. A single will was able to surpass mine.
Oh, because I don't know why we were jumping there. Because I mean, I was just holding like left on the D-pad, and we were jumping.
You can't hear the voices of everybody who's supporting me. You'll never win against us, Kagutsuchi.
It wasn't even like I was like, you know, tapping it to do like the back jump.
Silence, pest. I will not lose. I am stronger than anything. Impossible. How could I fall to this trickery of mines?
crumbling. Was I holding in the wrong direction? Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I was holding back and I was supposed to be holding forward for blocking. But I mean, some of the blocks were working, so I don't know. Crumbling corpse disintegrates before me. I can't take another step. All I can do is gaze up at Kagutsuchi's body as it falls apart in thin air before me.
That was marvelous indeed. These events were truly an ordeal.
The area had filled with silence since the battle ended, but a familiar voice ends it. I turn and see a young woman in a blue dress standing nearby.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
Though what you just defeated now was different in form, it appeared to be another embodiment of man's consciousness that wishes for death. And suffice to say, I had my own reason to witness its end.
A reason?
To abolish others also means to abolish oneself. That great power was also an embodiment of a distorted will, given birth by dissatisfaction. If left alone, it would eventually have become a great stagnation, leading to the destruction of the world, even the world within people's hearts.
The world within people's hearts? You mean that place I met you the other time?
Indeed. And if that were to happen, it would be a hindrance to my own wish as well.
You have a wish.
Elizabeth smiles and quietly closes her eyes. Her expression is gentle, as if thinking of someone precious to her. I was told that Elizabeth had gone on a journey in search of power. What she tells me is always vague, and I don't understand everything she says, but she harbors a wish for someone else. What kind of person would she think of as precious? Is she also searching for what she can do to help that person? Seeing her softened expression makes me think back on my own wish. Yes, once this is all over, I should go see that girl.
Maybe I'm out of my league here, but I hope your wish comes true soon.
It honors me to hear those words. I wish to express my gratitude to you as well.
Don't put me in the book.
You mean thank me? Why?
In this turbulence, you showed me an unknown, miraculous power that cannot be attained alone. I firmly believe that that power will be a solid guide to the distant journey that I must take. And thus, I thank you from the depths of my heart.
Elizabeth bows deeply to me. No, I didn't do anything. I should be the one thanking her.
No, I really didn't.
This place will disappear momentarily. Well, until we meet again someday, Labrys. Actually, there is something I'd like to ask you before I go, just in case. Shall I transport your friends to somewhere safe?
Yeah, that seems kind of good. That's right, this tower has already begun to crumble. My friends and I could never get out before the place becomes truly dangerous. I hurriedly respond to Elizabeth as politely as possible.
That would be wonderful. Please do.
Very well. Then I shall...
Elizabeth?
Now that I think of it, where would a safe place be?
This place is gonna crumble soon, so anywhere else is fine. Could you hurry, please?
Teleport you to the fucking moon.
Ah, yes! That reminds me. There is one place where there would be no trouble if I were to send such a bizarre group of people there.
She's gonna teleport us to the moon and we're gonna fixate and die. The
I
end.
will now transport your companions. Well then.
My vision grows hazy as she speaks. That's when I remember something. What about Shokun and Adachi-san? If they're not transported too, they'll be killed when the tower collapses.
Hold on, Elizabeth!
Whether or not she understood my thoughts, Elizabeth smiles at me before everything is blanketed by a bright light. Mission complete. The light fades and the scenery around me is completely different. This location is familiar. This is the TV world in the open space where everyone gathered.
Is this inside the TV? That's right. Where's everyone else? Where's Shokun?
I look over and see Shokun collapsed on the ground a little further away. Thank goodness. I was quite mean of Elizabeth. She only mentioned my companion, so I was worried about what would happen to Shokun. I see. Elizabeth said that she would transport my companions. That means that she considers Shokun to be one of my companions as well. I don't see Adachi sign anywhere, but this is Elizabeth we're talking about. I'm sure she transported him to someplace else too. Yeah, like prison. Anyway, I worry about how Shokun isn't moving from the ground, and I quickly rush to his side.
Shokun!
When I call to him, he slowly stands up, facing away from me. He looks around himself without a word, then looks down at the ground and quietly mumbles.
Shut up, Scrap. Enough yapping.
I couldn't help it. Not when I knew you were safe.
Hey, did you kill that thing?
Huh?
Did you destroy Hino Kagutsuchi? Can't you understand words?
Oh, yeah.
You're strong.
Huh?
God damn it, do I have to say everything to you twice, you piece of junk? Never mind, you stupid toaster.
Man, no wonder you had no fucking friends. Oh, well, the world's so fucking mean to me. Act normal. Read a book on how to be a normal person, alright? He's still yelling at me, like, okay, I get it. You're gonna have some trouble at first because of your whole, like, your dark backstory and everything. You had plenty of times to learn some social skills, alright? I don't have that much sympathy, man. He's still yelling at me. But Shokun does seem a bit different from how he'd been before the fight. His voice and his expression too. Maybe it's just my imagination. He doesn't seem like he's going to get violent either. For now, that is.
Shokun, where you going?
And the fact that we still think he might become violent means maybe we shouldn't let him just run away.
It's none of your business. If you don't shut the hell up, I'm gonna cut you.
But everyone's waiting for you. I'm sure Mitsuru-san and her people are too.
Because he needs to be taken into fucking custody.
Shut the hell up. I'm not gonna start listening to what anyone wants now. Go back to where you belong.
Shokun!
Hey, Scrap.
Shokun makes as if to leave this place and starts to talk to me. It seems he's remembered something. I'm actually a little surprised that he's talking to me.
Oh, yes?
Yes. Seriously? Now you can't even speak properly. Oh man, it's too much.
You don't have to laugh that much.
Oh, damn it. You really are broken, aren't you? Hey, do you think even now he might be...
Huh?
Never mind. See you later, robot. You'd better have your damn oil changed or something.
Huh? Oh!
Before I can think of something else to say, Shokun's already getting far away. What should I do? This is inside the TV world after all. But his posture is much more confident compared to when I first saw him. He has his own future waiting for him now. I'm sure there will be mountains of painful difficulties waiting. There's even the possibility that we might end up facing him again as an enemy. Maybe we shouldn't fucking let him run away then if we're not completely confident that he's not gonna go murder people again. But even then, that's okay. Bro, this is fucking bullshit. Imagine they just let Adachi be like, oh, Adachi had a hard fucking time. He was real fucking bored. Oh, what was him? Let's just let him get away with it. It's nonsense. Even though it was only for a short time, I sense a bond between myself and him. If we don't give up, and if we keep wishing for success, a day may come where we reach an understanding. Yeah, understand that my man needs therapy. Forced medical therapy. He needs to be strapped down, supervised, and he needs to learn how to talk to people. But I don't get an oil change during the maintenance routine. Suddenly, several shining figures appear within the room here in the TV world. When the light around them dims, I recognize familiar faces. My companions, who have finished fighting their own fierce battles, gather one after another.
Huh? What's going on? I thought the fog suddenly lifted, but where am I?
Labrys, you're okay! Oh, I'm so relieved that I can't stand up.
Labrys-san, thank you. I believed in you. I knew that you could do it.
I wish you could have seen us, Labby-chan. Shadow Operative Junpei Iori totally nailed it. Whoa! What a soft yet stinky landing spot. Oh my, this is inside the TV! Wowee! Yuka-chan, Ken-Ken, Kuromaru's here
Ken-Ken?
too! Is everyone okay?
Are we? This is a normal TV entrance. Oh, it would seem everything has been settled.
Sister, I'm so glad you're okay. Still, I knew you would be able to overcome this. I'm going to have to try harder to keep up with you.
You definitely showed us your resolve back there, Labrys.
You did splendidly. We would have been in danger had you not been with us. You haven't been with the Shadow Operatives for very long, but you've already become our ace in the hole. I'll continue counting on you, Labrys.
Labrys, I sensed everything! It was really amazing!
No, it wasn't. Don't patronize me.
Labrys! I was so impressed that you beat such an immense enemy all by yourself. No, it was thanks to all of you. I only beat him down because you were with me. Thanks, guys.
Speaking of you, did he fucking die off screen? Like, yeah, you, Chie, and Yosuke have been fucking AFK. Another group of shining figures appears. This time it's Yukun's group, appearing along with Fukasan. Like, I'm pretty sure they didn't get to say anything during the whole, oh, everyone says their one line to support Labrys. Unless I'm just, like, that forgetful and forgot immediately that they said something. I'm pretty sure they didn't say anything, though. It seems they were fighting the shadows closing in on the tower when they too were suddenly enveloped by light and taken to this place.
Now that was suspenseful. You did an amazing job. We're definitely throwing a celebration party.
That sounds wonderful. We have quite the group here together after all. Labrys, thank you for all your hard work. Are you okay, Labrys? Are you hurt anywhere? I mean, you were really amazing!
Thanks, Labrys. The town should return to normal now. It's all thanks to you.
Yukun.
Had I not come here, everyone in Inaba would have continued leading peaceful lives. Internally, I was afraid to learn what he truly thought of me. That was when Ken-kun told me that I should go to him myself and find out how he feels. He was right. Just seeing the kindness in Yukun's eyes right now makes me feel like there's no need to hear what he thinks about me. The relief of this painful battle coming to an end mixes with the joy of discovering new and true friends. And my happiness proves to be contagious, and before long, we're all talking animatedly with one another. After some time, Mitsuru-san approaches me. Her expression seems rather meek, and when she speaks to me, she seems apologetic.
Labrys, I'm sorry, but I need to hear your report. Where is Minazuki? Were you able to speak with him?
Oh yeah, we just let him go. He might fucking still be evil, we don't know.
Oh yes, but only for a little while. But before you all came here,
He's gonna, someone's gonna say something smarmy to him. He's gonna stab him in the middle of the street. Or, oh, well, no, nothing can be done to prevent this. When I begin my report, Akihiko-san nudges me in the shoulder with his elbow. Huh? As I stand in bewilderment, Mitsuru-san clears her throat.
Well, you know, Labrys, the Shadow Operatives are a formal organization. I am obligated to report about this case to the higher-ups.
Right. That's why I was saying, before you all came here, Shokun,
Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to say that you let him run away? Akihiko nudges me in the shoulder, even harder this time. Huh? What's going on? Did I say something weird?
You're even more naive than I am. You really are like a child when it comes to these things.
There are just some things you don't want to be honest about at times like this. That's why you just gotta dodge the question and ow!
Yeah, that's a little too direct.
Junpei, don't start teaching Labrys stuff like that. We don't want her becoming more like you.
Ow! What was that for? You're scarier than the shadows.
I didn't ask properly. Shadow Operative Labrys, do you know where Minazuki went?
I'm sorry, I don't know where he went.
Oh.
Phew.
The moment I answer them, they all sound relieved. Bro, for some reason, even Akihiko-san and Mitsuru-san are smiling in a satisfied manner. Could it be they actually want me to say that I didn't know where he went?
I see. Normally, we'd have to send someone to track him down, but if you don't know, then there's nothing to be done about it.
Bro, he needs to be tracked down! My man is still clearly unstable.
I will report this case to our authorities, and the Shadow Operatives will take responsibility for
Like,
it.
alright, you know, if you don't want to put him in fucking jail, fine. Whatever. He had a hard life. Some nonsense. You still gotta take him into fucking custody in, like, you know, your special Shadow Operative way. I don't know, I can't really vibe with, let's just let him fucking get away with it all.
Mitsuru-san!
Because, like, you're not really accomplishing anything. Like, you haven't really fully changed the core defects at issue. I get it now. If Shokun was the person behind such a serious case as this were to be captured, he would be dealt with severely. Yeah, because he tried to fucking murder everyone. And even if Shokun were to meet with Mitsuru-san and the others right now, he'd surely get angry like he was a moment ago, and it wouldn't be much of a conversation. But if we Shadow Operatives pursue him ourselves, we'll have tons of opportunities to get Shokun to open up to us. Alright, I mean, at least they're... I can kind of get on board with that a little bit. Mitsuru-san, everyone thank you, but what if you, like, never fucking find him?
Hey, what are you guys doing? We're gonna leave you behind if you don't hurry up.
The others who are a bit further away call out to us. It seems the time for us to part is drawing close once again. But since we are connected by bonds, we'll be able to see each other anytime we want. We'll just be physically distant for a short while.
Are we really getting out from here? I'm feeling really anxious about this.
Oh? Are you scared, Junpei? That's pretty lame for a big boy like you.
Don't mind me for going on ahead.
Please excuse us.
Everyone from Inaba jumps to the exit, TV one after another, as if we're completely used to it. Mitsuru-san, Aigas, Akihiko-san, and Fuka-san, who have also experienced this once, go as well.
Alright, Koromaru. We should go too.
Well, I guess I'd better go for it. Here goes.
Come on, Junpei. Hurry up. Come on, get going.
Teddy, can you invent the TV?
Right already. This is my first time. Put me down. No!
Teddy grabs Junpei-san and manhandles, well, oh god, I was gonna fucking say that. Him through the TV screen. Junpei-san's shout quickly grows distant. Teddy then beckons to me before passing into the TV as well. I place my hand over the TV screen in the now empty plaza. Below this place is the school that I built. Now that I have a place to belong, I doubt I'll ever come here again. So goodbye. It's time I went back with the others. May's number 1. May 6th, early morning. After leaving Junes, we heard that Kikino-san had landed the helicopter in the schoolyard at Yasugami High. So we headed back to the school. Can you do that? You just fucking land your helicopter wherever you want? Seems that after Kikino-san risked her life to drop us off at Junes, she was forced to land near the outskirts of town. There, she studied the data from Shuji Akutsuki's files and repaired the damaged helicopter, then took off again and was even able to help the others. Talk about a tough person. This means that we Persona users weren't the only ones fighting. The other reason why we returned to Yasugami High was because we needed to check on the crime scene as members of the Shadow Operatives. We go up to the rooftop and look down on the school now that it has regained its original form.
School. The memories places like this bring back. It's already been 3 years.
I know, right? Time goes by fast when you're living a fulfilling life.
So you have a fulfilling life too, Junpei-san? Can you teach me how to play baseball?
No, shut up.
Oh, now you're talking. Our team trains really damn hard. I won't go easy on you. Got it?
Yeah, with you on our team, we might actually get a 40% win rate.
That's what I was hoping for. I like sports after all.
By the way, Yukari, are you planning on going back looking like that?
Says half-naked cape guy.
Would everyone please stop talking about my clothes? I mean, you of all people shouldn't be talking, Akihiko-senpai.
That costume's really cool, though. Wow, feather pink. I'm standing next to a real hero.
There we go. Just be true to yourself, kid. Looking up to superheroes is what's truly childlike.
Still, you're amazing, Yukari-san. You're actually wearing the costume and acting at the same time.
What?
Normally, even female ranger characters get played by male
Oh,
actors during
yeah,
the scenes
yeah.
while they're
That's
in
what
their
you're going
costumes.
for.
Huh? Is that for real? No, all those times I...
Whoa, whoa.
Where did you hear that?
All those times you what? Junpei? There's children present and a dog.
Ken-kun's a big fan of those kinds of shows. But I guess he isn't all that childish anymore. I suppose it's because it's been 3 years.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier.
It might be in poor taste to say this right after what happened here, but I'm still glad we were able to get together again like this.
Yeah, like we were guided here by fate or something. The great hero Junpei and his pals saved the world again.
Please whack him with your spear.
Right. You probably wouldn't have even made it here if fate hadn't guided you.
Seriously, the way he ended up here is just ridiculous. Maybe we were guided here by fate. We made some new friends too, after all.
Everyone looks to me. I have so many people willing to call me a friend. It's a little embarrassing, but I can't help but smile.
Most of all, I'm happy that I met my sister. I was able to meet you-san and the others as well. Thank you, sister.
Nah, I'm thankful for everybody else. Without you, I'd have never woken up and stayed in that box forever. I'd just be a machine that hurts people. But you all accepted me for who I am and gave me a place to belong.
That's because you had like normal social skills. That's right, I have to repay everyone for all that they've done for me. Mitsuru-san and her companions for giving me this place. To everyone who made me realize that I'm never alone.
It's
Yo,
me.
answer it. There's a ringing. It's gonna get me.
Milady, the preparations have been made. But are you sure about this?
Yes, I'll be right there.
Huh? Where you going, Mitsuru-san?
Think she's gonna jump off the roof? Come on, jump off the roof. Don't take the stairs. Those are for peasants.
Hey! Mitsuru-senpai, don't tell me you're going back before us.
Well, I'm sorry, but there are many things that need to be taken care of.
I knew it! I'll have you know that we all put aside our jobs and other affairs to come here. You're gonna spend some time with us, like it or not.
I do feel bad about causing you all trouble, but I guess, can't you persuade Yukari?
No.
No, I refuse that order. This is a situation with consequences that affect our team's morale.
Give it up, Mitsuru. Don't worry about figuring everything out right now. I'll make sure things with those public safety jerks get settled.
What? There's some guys hassling you. Let me come with you. I'll tell him everything about how Mitsuru-san did her best to help.
Please, don't. Things will only get more complicated if you two get involved. Very well. I suppose I can forget about my duties for one day and enjoy some time off.
That's what I'm talking about.
You look so happy, Yukari-chan. It's been a while since I've seen you smile so much.
Huh? You think so? Do I really not smile normally?
No, you're a dead, soulless void.
Well, you always seem so angry, Yuka-tan.
Yeah?
That's because you're always making me angry!
Hey, time out, Yuka-tan! You could really hurt me with that thing!
Sounds like victim blaming to me. Our laughter echoes from the rooftop where the bright morning sunrise shines down upon us. As the lively conversation continues, I quietly place my hand on my chest. What's here right now connects me to that place. Connects me to everyone. May this warmth I feel spread to everyone else, and to him as well. Epilogue. And we're only at 89%. That's... I expected us to be further along on the epilogues. I don't know if there's something else that's just hidden after this. But, well, we're still, you know, we're 40 minutes in. I don't know, we can go pretty long if we have to. I do need to pause for a second, though. So before we jump into the epilogue, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Yeah, the 89% completion, I definitely expected us to be a bit further along. Actually, these are not red. And that's because this one had dialogue, and I don't know why this one isn't red. So that could be some of it. Are there any others that aren't red? No. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, we just have to split this into like a couple different parts if this does end up going like, you know, over like 2 hours or something, but... A few days after the case ends, I was feeling kind of like an empty husk. I mean, it had been a while since I've been through anything like that. Wasn't just because it felt nostalgic, but, well, I remembered a lot of different things, like how I didn't understand a lot of stuff back then.
Your pitching sucks. Stop throwing like that.
My pitching doesn't suck. Your catching sucks. Don't think you're all cool just because you got a good hit the other day.
What did you say?
As I'm watching the kids practice, I'm not particularly paying much attention. Just now you're like a real coach. Just when I'm thinking things are getting peaceful, a squabble starts up. Well, it's a coach's job to settle things like this.
Hey, break it up. What's going on here?
Stay out of this, Junpei.
Coach Junpei, right? So, what's up?
He blames me because he can't catch.
It's because you got no control. Everybody knows it.
The other kids all stop practicing and gather around the argument. These kids have way too much energy and get into fights frequently, so I need to mediate this conflict in a mature, dignified way in order to be a good example. Children pick up on that kind of stuff, you know?
Hey, listen up. The most important thing in baseball is teamwork.
No, I'm not talking to make my voice deeper. What do you mean? Junpei always sounds like
No
this.
matter how good you might be alone, you'll never win a game by yourself. You can't play baseball if you're the only one on the field, right?
Maybe you can't.
Of course not.
Right, well, that's just common sense. But if you keep putting the blame on other people, you're gonna end up all alone eventually.
What if you just play batter and you just hit fucking home runs every single time so you're always able to be at bat? Now, and then you play first, you get like 10 home runs in a row, and you win via the mercy rule.
If you think the pitcher has no control,
And then you pitch a
then
perfect
you gotta try
game.
to work hard to catch anything.
If
no
you do
matter
have
what he
to-
throws your way.
If you do have to play defense, you just play pitcher and pitch a perfect game, and it doesn't matter if there's nobody else out there. It's not that hard. You can win a game by yourself, you just have to get good.
And if you think the catcher blows meaty chunks, try throwing balls that even the worst catcher can grab. If you both practice together like that, then everyone gets better and the entire team gets stronger. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that was awesome. Go me! I wonder if these guys will ever look back on these days and think that they never understood what was going on. Bet they will, just like me. I'm a good talking to, and since this was a great place to end for today, I call today's practice over. As everyone says goodbye and goes their separate ways, one of the kids doesn't leave. That Goro, he looks a lot more humble than usual. Noticing slight changes in your players is one of the things that makes a great coach.
Hey! Aren't you going home?
Junpei, do you have a girlfriend?
You can't just destroy this man like that. What's he asking me that for all of a sudden? Sheesh, kids these days.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Damn.
Hey, what's with the attitude? That's really rude, you know.
There's a girl I like, but she's gonna move away. I didn't know and we got in a fight.
Fight?
I thought we'd make up like we always do. Even when we get in fights, things always go back to normal in a few days. But when I heard she was transferring to another school, I got worried about what would happen if I couldn't make up with her.
Well, the answer here is obvious. You have to nut up and apologize to her. It doesn't matter if it's your fault or not. That'll fix everything.
Nah, hold on to your principles until the very end.
That's so lame. I can't do that.
Lame, not lame. Is that your problem here? This isn't the time to care about looking cool. Not when it involves something you care about. If you and her end up going separate ways without telling her how you really feel, you're gonna regret it for a long, long time.
But what if we get in another fight?
Well, then maybe, you know, she's just not meant for you. Maybe there's not a nice person. Rory drops his eyes again. Well, that's this kid's bad habit. He acts all tough, and when things matter most, his timid side comes out. Aren't you the team's cleanup hitter? Gotta strengthen your resolve. Guess I better do the coach thing and encourage him. But the way Gore is hanging his head makes me a little uncomfortable deep down. Why? Because my own words are coming back to haunt me. Regret not telling someone your feelings before you have to part, huh? Yeah, that grand slam I whacked in my dream, I can still feel it in my hands. And I got up on the platform for the MVP interview, but that time it ended before I could say it. This time, I still haven't answered his question. Gore appears into my face. Oh well, guess I need to strengthen my own resolve. I look at the empty outfield and picture myself in that dream.
If you get a hit, you'll be a hero. Are you gonna try for a grand slam?
Laura seems dazed for a second at my sudden enthusiasm, but his clouded face quickly breaks out into a bright smile and he's his old tough self again.
Grand slam. Alright, I'll go do it.
Laura's going for a grand slam with his girlfriend, huh? I don't know if I should call him optimistic or if he doesn't really know what he's talking about. But at least it looks like I got through to him. In which case, I think it's time the ace slugger swings to the fences too.
Alright!
After high-fiving Goro, I grab my stuff and run for the station. This time I won't oversleep. That was really good. The view from the pier matches an old memory of mine. The color of the sky, the ocean, the sound of the waves. It's the first time in years I've come back to this place.
Whoa, this brings back memories. How long has it been since we were here? We were second years in high school, wasn't it?
It would be 3 years ago. It was the summer of 2009.
Only 3 years, huh? It feels more like 10.
A lot has happened since then.
I see. Now that I think about it, you haven't returned to Yakushima since then either.
We leave the beach and follow a woodland path. The virgin forest is filled with lush greenery and the air is cool and clean. Headed to the remains of the ergonomics research lab.
You want to go to Yakushima?
Yes, if possible, that is.
I don't believe there's anything left there aside from warehouses, though.
Yes, I understand that.
Can we see the gate that Labrys fucking blew up?
I guess I have no intention of preventing you from going there. But may I ask why?
I have wanted to go back for a while now. That was when my sister's case began, so I thought that now would be a good opportunity. I wanted to see for myself what led to my birth.
I think it's a good idea.
Yukari-san.
Isn't it normal to want to know about things like that? We're talking about your roots here.
I see.
Actually, I was just thinking about taking a vacation too. That battle from the other day was a lot more grueling than I imagined it would be.
As Yukari-san says, it was truly a fierce battle. Because I was severely damaged, my maintenance had to go on for a good deal longer than usual. And I spent a long time in my repair bay. That's why I've been longing to feel the light of the sun. I'm unsure if Yukari-san knows that I feel this way, but she smiles.
Hey, Igus, why don't we go together? And it'd be nice if we could stay at your summer house, like we went to before, Mitsuru-senpai.
Though Mitsuru-san smiles knowingly, she readily agreed to our
The
request.
last time we lived together was back when we were roommates during our 3rd year of high school.
You're right.
That brings back memories. I told you to stop being so overly polite because it made you stick out in class. And yet, you never did.
Oof, imagine having Yukari as your roommate. I'm sorry, I guess you didn't deserve that. After passing through the forest, we reach a desolate area with debris scattered about. Could this have been the outer wall that surrounded the research site? The entire thing has collapsed and it's been overtaken by wild plant growth.
So this is the place.
I correlate what I see with the data about the site and confirm that this place is where the combat testing ground had been. We pass through where the gates were and proceed further inside. We walk through the facility for a while when an old white dog runs up to us and barks. I feel as if the dog isn't barking at us to warn us or frighten us away, but it's more welcoming, maybe even greeting us.
A dog?
I try and match the dog to the data I have regarding Yakushima, cross-referencing appearance, attempting to match vocal recording.
Snowy?
Huh? Do you know this dog?
No, not as such.
I quickly find a record of this dog. There's no doubt that this dog is Snowy, the same animal that my sister made friends with. He's still okay after all these years.
He appears to be the dog my sister became attached to in the past. It seems he can tell that I'm like her.
Huh?
Snowy wags his tail and comes over to happily nuzzle me. He appears to welcome me, though we've never actually met before. I can't communicate clearly with him the way I can with Koromaru-san. Still, his actions are easy enough to understand. I crouch down and gently pet
It would
him.
appear that this place, and what happened here, are part of my own roots after all.
What do you mean?
In the past, I thought that my ability to communicate with animals was just something that I could do. It didn't seem like the people at the lab had deciphered dog language, and even then, I doubted that such an ability was necessary for a weapon. I had thought it mysterious that I was capable of doing so, but it seems that my sister can do the same thing.
Huh. So are you saying that you inherited that function from Labrys?
It's not really a function, per se.
I stop petting Snowy and stand up before taking a sweeping look around the area. Piles of debris, both large and small, are scattered about. The early summer sun shines down upon
It's
us.
probably something that was slowly nurtured among the 5th generation units that were housed here. Behavioral traits, like having interest in things besides missions, get passed on. And then, interest in animals, and then the ability to communicate.
I see.
After a long line of inherited system feedback, my sister gained that ability, and I, in turn, gained it from her. The reason I have a special rapport with dogs, out of all animals, is most likely because of that process.
Wow, that's pretty deep. If it goes that far, then you're right. It's not just some function that you were intended to have. It's more like a wish.
Yes.
I crouch down once more and pet Snowy again. After that, I've been clearing away the mossy rubble that has been left unattended for so long. Snowy happily runs around the area that has been cleared of rubble.
Still, for the ones before Labrys who had hearts or wishes, it might be a bit sad that this place is left like this.
Tsukari-san says the carelessly scattered rubble under this clear, beautiful sky only emphasizes the loneliness of this place. Snowy barks once and runs through a small hole in a passage, blocked by debris, then barks again as if motioning us to follow him. We see a shimmering yellow-green light shining through the hole he had passed through.
Huh? What's that?
I move aside more debris to make a hole large enough for a person to pass through. What we find on the other side is...
Oh. Wow, it's super pretty here. What is this place?
There's a tall, cylindrical structure that looks like a greenhouse reaching high above us. Seems this area was once indoors, but the ceilings have long since collapsed. The structure stands directly under the blue sky. All the invisible walls are gone. The clear cylinder has literally acted as a greenhouse, allowing the area inside to grow lush green grass, trees, and vibrant flowers. Even birds and butterflies flit about inside. This place is something like a paradise out of a children's book. But these are the remains of the anti-shock chamber, where Labrys and the other units of her model had undergone battle tests.
There are many plants here that only grow far to the south of this latitude. This building's windows seem to have coincidentally formed a greenhouse.
Take a closer look around and notice a large sword stuck into the ground in the center of the room. The unit that used this weapon is thought to have been destroyed. The sword remains here, unchanged.
The number 024 is stamped into this. It may have belonged to a unit that fought here.
Oh, I see. It's kind of hard to believe that this place was once such a nightmare.
Once such a nightmare. As far back as my memories go, it's not wrong to say that this place was just as Yukari-san describes it. And the way this room is now, it may be a fitting tribute to my sisters who fell here within this very chamber. The large blade here is more than half covered with the soft green moss, and small birds are using it as a perch.
Hey, I guess let's ask Mitsuru-senpai to keep this place like it is.
Yukari-san.
And why don't we bring everyone else here from time to time? Let's bring Labrys next time, too.
I nod. My power is your power. That's why I'll never forget you all. As the last of the anti-shadow suppression weapons, I fulfill my duty to protect my companions and my sister, protect humanity, and create a future with your memories within me.
I'm glad I came here.
I feel happiness in the depths of my heart, and take a step forward. I raise my voice as loud as I can, so it echoes throughout this entire chamber.
Everyone, thank you.
The chirping of the birds and the sound of the waves echoes on forever. That one's like really, really good. A few days after this movie, Mitsuru, as the case was resolved, I stand before a gravesite. The marker is still clean, new and clean. Or maybe Akihiko?
We finally met.
Or Labrys?
I'm sorry it took me so
yeah.
long to come.
I was kind of wondering about, how they were going to address the girl. Some of my memories are those from another machine like me, Unit 024. He and I were in the same production generation. Some of those memories are of a girl. Mitsuru-san and her people aided me in finding that girl and finding out who she was. First word in her records after her name. Ceased. Mitsuru-san was apologetic when she told me about this, but I wasn't surprised. The girl in my memory had been in a hospital room. That's why, in my heart, I was kind of expecting things to turn out this way.
No, there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to say, and I don't know where to start now. But thanks so much for giving me life.
No words come back to me from the gravestone. I didn't make it in time.
I have a younger sister, and I've got companions and friends too. Because you wished for it. I have a happy life now. But there's nothing I can do to repay you.
Mommy, there's someone here.
As I was standing still, a boy approaches me and looks up with curiosity. A woman, apparently his mother, follows him and bows to me. She's holding a bouquet of flowers. Seems this family has come to visit this girl's grave.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you, this girl's family?
Oh no, it's just my boy has the same illness as the girl who's here.
I look at the boy. He does seem thin, but he otherwise doesn't appear to be in poor health.
The girl here agreed to submit to a great many examinations when she was young. Because of that, the doctors learned a great deal about her disease. And it's thanks to her sacrifice that my little boy is still alive today. He can even go to school.
She tells me more about her son and then explains that they come to visit the girl's grave to thank her. After they lay the bouquet on the grave, the boy and his mother stand silently for a moment. When they leave him alone in front of the grave once more. She dreamed of being useful to the world, and that wish has come true. I know she would have wanted to see the results of how she had helped people, but in the end, she never could. And I've
found something I can do. Hey, can I call your mom?
I'll carry on your dream, my mother, and protect the world where all the lives you saved reside. Just as you wish for my happiness, I'll wish for the happiness of all humans. And I'll do what I can to protect them. I'll do it to the very best of my ability, as a shadow operative. Yeah, that straight up got me. Like, completely.
Miss Yamagishi, this is a spectacular feat.
Yeah,
We've never had a second
it's gonna be hard to transition from
for best paper at this school.
from that to fucking Fuka. Oh god. That really should have been the last one of these epilogue scenes. If they did that and hit credits, fuck. That would I mean, it still got me, but it would have got me even more.
Thank you.
I'd received an urgent summons from my lab at college and found my professor there openly praising
Already
me.
getting recruitment calls from labs and corporations, but I'd recommend that you devote yourself to studying abroad.
Abroad, you say?
I just happen to be friends with a professor who's searching for an assistant. If you wish, I can write you a letter of recommendation at once.
I hesitated a bit on how to respond to my professor's cheerful words. Ever since I entered the engineering department, things have become awkward with my parents. Though they still look pained when the subject of my not entering medical school comes up, perhaps they'll be impressed with me if I tell them that I'm going to study abroad at a famous college overseas. But even if I were to leave Japan, if something were to happen to Mitsuru-san and the others, I'd show no hesitation in coming back here. Even if it wasn't for a case involving shadows, for example, if I was told that they didn't have anyone they trusted to perform Igus and Labrys' maintenance, I'd still feel the same. I have no intention of actually joining the Shadow Operatives, but I want to help out as much as I can until the organization's foundation becomes more secure. I'm not afraid of moving away from them, but considering what Mitsuru-san is trying to accomplish, there are a lot of things that I can't help with if I'm too far, and...
How about it, Miss Yamagishi?
I'm sorry, but I'll have to decline for now. If the time comes when I feel a need to study abroad, I'd like to ask for your assistance then.
Yes, that's what I thought. Then I'll contact them at once and... wait, you decline?
Oh no! Classes are about to start. Please excuse me. Thank you for telling me about this.
Miss Yamagishi, wait! Hey!
I'm not staying here because I'm needed. I'm staying because I chose to do so. It's more important than taking a course that someone else has prepared for me.
I can study wherever I want, after all.
I joined the flow of students moving from class to class and hurry to my next class. I mean, that one's fine, but like, fuck, man. The other three were so much better. Yeah, Labrys definitely. I mean, we don't know what the rest are going to be like, but I feel pretty safe in saying the others aren't going to get me near as much as Labrys did, if at all. That one definitely should have been last. Early summer weather in the Gekkokan schoolyard is refreshing after school. We're absorbed in chasing the ball like always.
Not gonna happen.
Whoa!
Does Koromaru get to play soccer? There's no rule that says a dog can't play soccer. Or football. One of the players I'm guarding, they say soccer, so I can say soccer? I don't know. It's so weird. The whole... Because, like, normally I actually do call, you know, football, football. But in America, people, you know, football means something different. So if you try and call football, football, people look at you weird. And the game stops. Crap, did I get a little too rough? I'll rush over and see how he's doing.
Sorry, are you okay?
I'm fine. It wasn't a foul. That was a great tackle, Ken. You've been on fire lately.
Luckily, he doesn't seem hurt. I relax, then grab his hand to pull him up with a smile.
Well, we do have a match coming up soon. Isn't our opponent supposed to be a strong team?
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's all put some more effort into this. Once more!
Keep our spirits up!
Yeah!
Sun is almost set and it's about time to wrap up practice. I look around the school grounds at the other teams finishing up, and I can tell that they're looking at someone standing in the corner of the schoolyard. Oh man, I didn't think she'd come here wearing that battle outfit of hers. Guess I should have given more thought about where I suggested that we meet up. I regret choosing this place a little, but she'd stand out anywhere, I guess. Can't be helped. I'm the one who called Mitsuru-san here. It's the first time I've seen her in person since the case ended. I'm well aware of how busy Mitsuru-san is, but I implored her to come here today. I'm starting to feel unusually nervous, but I make up my mind and take a few deep breaths before approaching her.
Hey, who's that beautiful lady? Don't tell me she's Ken-kun's girlfriend.
That would not be the first thing you think. Sister, maybe. There's like a fucking 10-year age gap. Fucking weirdos.
What? No way. I'm so shocked. Doesn't she seem a little serious, though?
Mitsuru-san, thank you for coming all this way when you're so busy.
Don't worry about it. I am currently on a mission though, so I don't have a lot of time. I would like to speak with you for longer someday.
Oh, it's alright. This won't take long. I called you here so I could give you this today.
This?
I hand her a small silver badge. It's the official identification given to members of the Shadow Operatives. When she sees it, Mitsuru-san briefly looks surprised. She looks from the badge to my face, then swallows whatever she was about to say.
I'd like you to take it back for now. I don't need it. I promise I'll come get it again one day.
Very well. I will keep this for you.
That's right. I don't need it right now. Mitsuru-san accepts it without another word, but I bet she respects my decision. Mitsuru-san's always thinking about us. I'm sure that my actions speak louder than anything I could have said to her, and she understands perfectly. This is how it should be. Thank you, Mitsuru-san.
Hey, Ken! Let's get going!
A voice suddenly calls out to me from the school gate and breaks the silence between us. I look in that direction and see the rest of the soccer team who have finished changing and are waiting there for me. Should be obvious that I'm in the middle of a serious conversation here, but that doesn't stop them. Well, I guess it can't be helped that they want me to hurry up. We just finished practice and we're all hungry kids. It's only natural their stomachs are growling. I mean, mine is too.
Okay, race to the wild duck! Last one there pays!
Well, I have to go. I hope you stay well until I see you again, Mitsuru-san.
You call this wild duck, yet these ducks are clearly not wild. Did you hunt these ducks naturally? Does not seem like a very effective business model. In any case, since the burdens on my shoulders have been lifted, I quickly bow to Mitsuru-san before rushing off with my teammates. We still have the after-practice wild dash to do. It's a famous tradition of the Gekkoukan Junior High soccer team. Then again, we started this tradition on our own. We consider it one last part of our practice, so I can't allow myself to lose here either.
Huh, he laughed. But wow, don't you think Ken-kun's changed a bit lately?
Really? Like how?
For reals. He used to be all, I don't know, cold. But lately, he's been in high spirits. It's like he learned how to be normal, right?
Damn.
You're right. He does seem to act more naturally than before.
That's like a fucking nuclear level bomb. Wow, you learned to be like a normal person. Fuck, man, I'd never show my face again. 3 years ago, we forged a bond through our long and severe battles, and that bond is still very important to me. But if I let myself get too caught up in that bond, I'll end up missing out on things in my own life. I think I was able to change because I realized that. I sense that my bond with the others has remained unchanged, but more than that, I sense that I have grown in myself as well, even if only a little. What's best for me right now is to spend my days doing what I can without rushing through life. What happens to me now will surely affect my future, and that's what I've come to realize. And acting that way will be my way of fulfilling the duty that was left to me. Koromaru appears from a side street and magnificently runs past us. Koromaru's been showing up like this from time to time and racing us to the burger place. I remember thinking this during the recent battles, but even though Koromaru is quite old, he sure doesn't seem that way. Bet he's determined not to let us kids beat him either way. Well, if he's challenging me, I can't just let him win without a fight. Bro, he's a dog. You can't outrun him. Pick up the pace and chase after the white furry shape ahead of me. If you beat him, it's because he let you win.
Target acquired. Commencing capture now.
I guess you already had yours.
I guess.
Oh my god, he's got a fucking shirt on. Holy shit. Thought I was well concealed in the crowd in front of the station, but Igus comes charging towards me. The people around me draw back, and people walking by stare dumbfounded. Not again.
It's time for your English 2 class.
I'm gonna be absent today.
Absence without Mitsuru-san's express permission will not be tolerated.
Well, the class doesn't do roll call. If I pass the final exam, I'll get the credits I need. I've already mastered English anyway.
Yeah, listen to me. He's talking perfectly.
I've heard that some college classes randomly take roll. One cannot discount the possibility.
With that professor, it'll never happen.
You stand out, so your absence will immediately be apparent.
How do I stand out? I'm not dressed for missions today.
In any case, you must prioritize your studies.
I do like the today. So that does mean he does occasionally go to class with just a cape on? After the case had closed, I went back to college, even though, until recently, I've been taking time off to go on my training journey. Though Mitsuru had a hand in getting me to go back, annoyingly, I mean thankfully, Igus has taken it upon herself to manage my college credits, which led to situations like this. The moment I got off her radar, she suddenly shows up out of nowhere and drags me back to class. My attendance, classwork, study groups, assignment submissions, exams, she has total control of my every move, and I don't even have time to train anymore.
Stop being so persistent, Igus. I told you, I have plans today.
You are the same as always, aren't you? You both stand out a lot.
Kurosawa-san.
Kurosawa-san appears out of the crowd with a resigned expression. Yeah, I was here to meet him today. He's currently a detective with the Metropolitan Police Department and is a trustworthy man who has been helping us in secret. Even now, he caught on to the Public Safety Department's moves before anyone else and was able to warn us.
I wasn't told that you had class today. Should we postpone?
Oh, no, it's all right. Let go, Igus.
I see. So your plan was to meet with Kurosawa-san?
Yeah. I have something important I need to consult with him on.
That actually seems to be the case for once. I don't have much time to spare either, so why don't you hand him over to me for today, Igus?
If that is the case, then I understand. I will await your report later.
Igus says so politely she releases my arm and salutes Kurosawa-san. With that, she disappears back into the crowd. I swear, she's been a pest lately on purpose and enjoys seeing my reactions. Oh well, guess that means she's getting even more human-like.
So, what did you want my help with?
How the hell does Akihiko look older than Kurosawa? Is this allowed?
Well, this might be a bit late to ask, but I want to have enough power in the police to protect the others from the outside.
So that's what this is about. Dealing with people from that side of the business is more trouble than fighting shadows sometimes, you know.
Oh, I know. That's why I need power besides what I can do with my fists.
Kurosawa-san smirks in
I like
response.
the look on your face. That reminds me, you're old enough to drink now, aren't you?
Bro, Akihiko's like 45 years old. Look at him.
Well, yes.
What's this? You don't like alcohol?
No, alcohol and protein shakes go surprisingly well together.
What?
Drinking with you is going to be tiring for a different reason.
Kurosawa-san looks amused for a moment, then turns and walks away. I follow him into the city. Hey, deja vu. Mitsuru-senpai and I are walking through the city, which has suddenly become filled with summer fashions as the long holiday draws to a close. We've been going out together like this for a while, but when she wears clothes more appropriate for her age, Mitsuru-senpai looks even better than models. Heads turn to follow her wherever we go. Mitsuru-senpai doesn't seem fazed by this, though it's more likely that she doesn't have a clue she's standing out. It's a mystery to me how she doesn't notice that. The only thing that appears to bother her is how she's walking.
I'm not comfortable in these clothes.
Come on, you look good. And you know what they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
But we're not in Rome.
But doesn't such a frilly skirt interfere with how you walk?
Huh? Senpai, I know you wore a skirt as part of the Gekkoukan High uniform.
A uniform is fine, since it's like battle attire.
What?
Battle attire, huh?
Hey ladies, how's it going?
Are the two of you looking for a good time?
And stab him.
Why don't you join us and have some fun?
Stab him.
Would you mind getting out of the way? I'm trying to enjoy my day off with my friend.
Again? I mean, yeah, she stands out, but like, how many times have we been hit on just today?
Well, if not today, how about another time? Can I get your phone number? Maybe we could go out sometime.
That's just Junpei. you don't have to camouflage his name. We know that's just Junpei.
Oh.
The man hitting on us touches my shoulder. This guy either has guts or he's really slow on the uptake. Either way, this isn't good at all. Mitsuru Senpai's arm flashes out like a snake and grabs the man's wrist.
Mitsuru Senpai, hold on!
Ow!
I'd prefer it if you kept your hands off my friend. I also believe it to be in your best interests if you left at once.
I'm okay. Geez, you guys better get going.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap! We're sorry!
The guys who talk to us are scared off of Mitsuru Senpai and they run for their lives. Happy that she protected me, but it's like she seriously turned into an empress. She's the head of a special battle unit with the mission of exterminating shadows. I wonder if that environment is what's making things worse for her after all. I really need to help her have some time to enjoy herself.
Senpai, let's go over there.
I take Mitsuru Senpai's arm and charge into a shopping mall. Pretty sure that guys like that won't follow us all the way into a store. After checking out some clothes and other accessories like normal girls in these busy holiday stores, we decide to take a break at a cafe terrace.
That was fun.
We're in Cafe Rembrandt.
You're right.
I don't see any paintings, you liars. I relax and enjoy the fun we had and take another sip of my iced coffee. Mitsuru Senpai answered me absentmindedly and her tea is left untouched.
Senpai, you promised that you wouldn't think about the other day.
Yukari,
I know that it's impossible to keep it from getting to her. After all, the case this time was all because of the Kirijo group's negative legacy. Mitsuru Senpai had taken on the role of the leader of the Kirijo family to atone for her family's past, and yet after being captured by the enemy, she couldn't take command of the situation. It may only be natural that she feels responsible for what happened. But even then, I can't be convinced that she needs to bear the weight of all that herself.
there are so many people here.
Well, yeah, we're in a fucking city, Mitsuru. Here she goes again. I came here today thinking about giving her a piece of my mind. She's taking responsibility for everything and worrying about things all on her own. Still, I can't bring myself to say anything about it when I see the look on her face. I thought that maybe confronting her emotionally like I had back then would lessen the distance between us, but that would just be repeating what I've done before. It'd be sad to have to resort to that again. I mean, we're best friends now, you know? As I try and figure out what to say next, all I hear is the bustle of the busy cafe.
See? It's Feather Pink! Wow, you're right! It's Reiko Kuchikuen!
What?
Hey, Feather Pink! Where are Red and the others? Huh?
Suddenly, a little boy points at me. Everyone turns around to shout, and the children walking past make a wide circle around us.
No, you're mistaken. You've got the wrong person.
I hurriedly wave my hands in an attempt to disperse the crowd. Having a role that shows my face can be really inconvenient.
You're quite popular, Yukari. How does it feel to be a hero?
Huh? Well, I guess it's worth it since these kids are really into it.
Death must not be needlessly feared, but it must not be needlessly desired as well. Face it and fight, Featherman. Or so the line goes.
That's a little fucking hardcore for a kid's show.
Senpai, why do you know that?
That's the opening line of the intro to Featherman Victory. My catchphrase comes up in every episode of the show. Every episode? Kinda like a little wordy.
I may be busy, but I still have time to watch a little television.
What? But why would you watch Featherman of all things?
Come on, Yukari, you're not that dense.
Why wouldn't I? My best friend is one of the stars. I had never seen such a program before. But it's true. I did sense something from it. I feel that you were trying to help people, especially children, teaching them to avoid bringing harm into their lives.
That's... well, I guess that's how it is.
Is that what we do? We strap Sho to a chair and just have him watch Featherman episodes on repeat? The protagonists of hero shows don't just punish evil, they protect those who are precious to them, and give everyone the hope to live. I'm sure that these shows teach a lot of things to children too.
The same goes for Akihiko and Yamagishi, Aiga, Samada, and Iori as well. Every one of us is proceeding down their own path, in their own way. That's how I can concentrate on my own duties. The trust we formed will not easily be swayed. Isn't that right?
Can't help but sigh. I feel like I've been beaten instead. My best friend believes in me and is watching over me. Well, I should do the same to her, even though I get the feeling that I got sweet talk somehow.
Yukari, what's the matter?
I guess I've been defeated today. Well, that's fine. Let's go to the next place.
Next place? You want to continue shopping?
Well, I don't have any idea when you'll be able to make time for me again, you know.
What if I promise to contact you every once in a while? Would that do?
No, your fate is sealed.
It's a deal.
It's in the
But while we're
cards.
here.
Oh, Kikano-san in the back. Oh no, you bastards. I tug on Mitsuru-senpai and we resume our shopping. I'm not sure why, but I feel as if whatever had been bothering me had disappeared. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about them like literally never mentioning that they're using Kikano-san as fucking labor. Even before we could complete the follow-up investigation of the case that Minazuki caused, I was summoned by public safety to the government office building. I do like the epilogues here are better than the P4 ones. Like, they're a lot more detailed. Big fan. I would have liked to, I mean, I like the ones for P4, but they're definitely much better here. I would have liked to ignore this meeting, which is sure to be nothing more than an interrogation, but it's better that I go than for them to get their hands on Labrys or Minazuki. I wonder if you think they're going to give Show one as well? I don't know. I could see them doing that last. Also want to make sure that no trouble comes to Yukari or Amada's daily
We
lives.
recognize your achievement in recovering Labrys. Wasn't it your own blunder that led to you, the leader of your organization, being captured?
There are also reports that you involved underage civilians in this matter as well. What do you think your organization is?
If there were people there, then they must have acted on their own to protect their town and their companions. Also, with regard to the members of the auxiliary staff, the emergency suppression unit, they became concerned for me after my disappearance and came after me as individuals. That is all. It is absolutely unrelated to the Shadow Operatives.
Yeah, they, you know, individually got in a helicopter of their own accord. Their own personal helicopter.
You're just playing semantics.
Furthermore, when the second case occurred, the Shadow Operatives were forced to begin an investigation based on a lack of evidence. Since you were the ones who ordered the investigation, I believe you would know whether or not they were able to go on duty or not. Also, even though it may have been merely an intimidation tactic, I received a report that my people were fired upon during the incident.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. An intimidation tactic?
I laughed it off at the time, since it's impossible that this organization could have been so stupid as to send my people into danger unprepared.
You little...
But as you pointed out, it was due to my own lack of preparedness that I was captured by the enemy. I will accept any kind of punishment for that.
Yeah, I expect them to be able to turn our freaking limo into an indestructible barrier from the inside.
The report says that your capture was nothing but a ruse, though?
Excuse me.
What is it? We're in the middle of an inquiry here.
I was ordered to bring these documents the moment they arrived.
The man who enters the room hands a binder full of documents to the man interrogating me. While they're distracted for a moment, the newcomer glances at me. I feel as if I know that man from somewhere, but what was it about?
What is this? As you can see, it's the report from our undercover investigation of the Kirijo group.
You fool! These are not the kinds of details we asked for.
This deliberation is temporarily suspended. You will be notified of our further decisions at a later date.
Their sudden sourness makes me think that this case is coming to an end. But to think someone would be able to turn in a report that would instantly suspend an investigation from these sticklers, it would seem that there are some people, even in public safety, who do not respect their higher-ups. Also, that undercover investigation report must have been made by Shirogane. It seems I'm in her debt. When I leave the conference, I see that the other Shadow Operatives have gathered.
Mitsuru-san!
What are you all doing here?
These guys insisted on at least trying to testify in person, since they failed you on the mission. I had no choice but to come too.
What happened to your shirt? Nothing.
Seeing that our friend who had gone missing was immediately summoned to the government office on her return, we were worried it was a conspiracy. Indeed, as your friends, it's only natural that we'd rush to your side, because we are your friends.
What? I guess, why are you speaking with such over-exaggeration? And what are Yukari and Iori even doing here?
Yeah, we were all worried about you. After all, we're all your friends.
The best of friends. Yep, yes sirree.
You realize I won't be able to stick up for you if they come down on you because of this.
It'll be fine. Look, I'm in the middle of a shoot right now.
I'm just out walking Koromaru.
I'm just going out for a run, you know?
In a building? Yeah!
You're training, Junpei? You should have told me sooner. I'll come along.
Akihiko's a fucking, I'm lying.
That's okay. I mean, can't you see what we're getting at here?
Seriously, all of you?
I can't help but laugh with amusement. Though this makes me happy as their friend, I have mixed feelings as the leader of our organization. Fuga didn't get to talk. The higher-ups that gave themselves away this time are only the tip of the iceberg. I don't see many people in the police and in the political realm who don't think well of the Kirijo group. Also, they let you walk around with your sword? These troublemakers will pounce immediately if we leave even the slightest vulnerability unguarded. But even then, the Shadow Operatives will continue to protect and serve. We won't let anyone be forced to be alone. We can create a world where everyone will have the strength to deny the fate of destruction.
Let's go.
Yes!
Okay, I guess Fuka got to say yes. We will then continue moving forward towards the future for the sake of granting our wishes. I mean, that's an okay ending one too, just because it involves everyone, but definitely, oh, you should have ended with Labrys. So, oh fuck, man, that would have sent me. Alright. Well, that's P3 done. So I think we still have some wrap-up stuff to do. I don't know exactly what that is or how long it's going to take, but I think I'm under the impression we can still finish everything in this video. So overall, episode P3, definitely better than P4. By like a good margin. It was different than I expected. I actually expected it to be kind of like, I expected there to be more, I guess, like, news stuff, in the sense that I thought it was going to be more about, like, them, I mean, it's still kind of focused on that, on, like, more formally redeeming show, right? Like, I kind of figured it'd be like, oh, okay, we're going to kind of briefly go through the events of P4 and all that stuff, and then there was going to be, like, some new stuff of them trying to track down Sho and win him over and all that. Which isn't really what happened. Which is so probably, like, I mean, that's why the main weakness of P3 is that the overall plot structure does just follow P4. So in that sense, there's kind of a lot of, like, okay, I've seen this already. Even though they did do a good job of, like, I like how it's kind of an alternate version of it, so there are differences. It didn't completely follow exactly the same. There were just some things that were similar. Like, I mean, the whole ending and everything's kind of basically the same, just with Labrys instead of you, which fits better. I think Labrys being the kind of true main character makes the most sense. Partially because, I mean, she's kind of tailor-made for the story. You still kind of has the issue, even though I do really like that he can talk in this game. He's still not, like, a super distinctive character. So you're able to do more with Labrys, with her being a real, like, fully fleshed out character, and a really, really good one at that. So I enjoyed that. I think it made more sense for her to be the one to fight Sho at the end. And I mean, you still kind of works in the sense of, like, focusing more on the, you know, the idea of solitude versus bonds and whatnot. It fits, but I think it just worked a bit better with Labrys. I do kind of wish they'd honed in a bit more on the idea of them both having, I mean, they kind of, like, hint at it a little bit, like that theme of them both having these two personalities, right? That are kind of trying to act on their subconscious desires would be kind of interesting if they gone into a bit more depth in that regard towards the end. Because, you know, I feel like they were clearly making parallels between when they established that Shadow Labrys still exists as like a secondary personality, and the same thing with Minazuki. Trying to think, what else is worth mentioning? The epilogue section, really, really good. I enjoyed those. Maybe not, I shouldn't say like a lot more, because I think I enjoyed the epilogue for the P4 section. Those are just like a lot more detailed, and plus the Labrys one was just absolutely fantastic. But yeah, the main weakness is definitely like the plot points that are the same as P4. So in that sense, I do kind of like, I don't know. Because it's like, I wouldn't really want it to be like, it's just P3, because even though I think it's done better, it does kind of feel like it's a little bad to have, like, you know, the Persona 4 crew so, like, sidelined in it. Which, I mean, that's partially because they already got their time to shine in original P4. But yeah, it does feel like just a more refined version, with its main weaknesses just being that overall overarching plot is basically the same. I still kind of feel like the, I mean, I kind of, the Kagutsuchi stuff is like a little, I don't know, I'm just not like super enthused by a big ultimate evil monster shows up and gets its ass kicked in, you know, 5 minutes, assuming you're good at the game. Trying to remember, there was something else I wanted to mention about that. Oh yeah, and I guess that's still the whole issue with show just not, like, it's hard to, I mean, this is not like it's a problem that I think a lot of media has when it comes to like redemption arcs, is they're very difficult to do. Like actual have like a character, like, it's a very fine line you have to walk between having a character's redemption be interesting, because it's like you can't just have it be like, oh, they were mind controlled and that's why they were evil or something like that, because then that's boring, you know. It's like, oh, they were never actually really at fault, you know, there's nothing interesting about the redemption. But you can't make them so evil or doing something so reprehensible that that the audience doesn't want to see them redeemed anymore. And I feel like they kind of leaned a little too heavily on, like, it's hard to forgive the whole I want to murder everyone thing. Like, Labrys, I felt, walked that fine line much better, where it was more small scale, and there was an element of, it was her subconscious desires playing out. So it's not that she was entirely blameless, but because, like, there's a difference in having a thought of being like, I just wish everyone would fucking die, and there's a difference between having that thought and actually trying to act on it. And Labrys was basically, she had that thought of, like, wanting everyone to kind of go through what she went through, but it's not like she deliberately, you know, methodically planned it out. It all was just happened, like, without her conscious desire. So that made it, like, harder to hold her accountable, and just more interesting overall. Whereas the show, I mean, it's like, he wants to fucking murder everyone. And, like, you know, whether or not you agree that there's a reasoning for it, it's kind of whatever. I have to fucking fight this thing again. Because, like, I guess we have to get, like, the full completion on it or something. I don't know. But I guess we, like, we'll go through here. Say the freaking power of solitude compels you.
Supported you.
That's not true. It wasn't me? Are you saying that it was never me? He was the one who was all alone?
Goku claps his head in his hand. Okay, this is all the same, I think. Actually, we have it on skip all text, so trying to think. I mean, this all seems the same. I don't know, can we should turn this off for a second? This is still considered the same. So I'm guessing it was probably like that Margaret scene that you have in like the original character storylines, or like once you'd done every possible option for main character, Then you got like an extra little bonus scene with her where she said some ominous shit or something.
Please
Wait,
win this,
did you talk and I just missed it? Okay, I guess he did. Okay, they talked first and I just fucking forgot, I suppose. Cause like I remembered Fuka. I guess I just forgot about you three. Oh, you didn't say anything important. Alright, I guess we like pause while I redo this. I mean, win instantly on the first try. Yeah, we did actually win on the first try. It didn't take that long, but a little close. Okay. Let's see. Any differences here? Okay, that's just a cutscene. Won't be any changes there. So now, maybe that we've got this redded, something will be different here? Since it's not red? Like I said, we have it. Yes, so if there is any new dialogue, it should stop us. There we go. Before I can think of something else to say, Shokun's already getting far away. What should I do? This is inside the TV world after all. But it's possible. I mean, that's the same, actually. He has his own future waiting for him now. I'm sure there will be mountains of painful difficulties waiting, even a possibility he might end up facing him again as an enemy. But even though that's okay, that's all the same. I have no clue what was different there. This seems like such a weird thing to add. So like, why even have the choice to make you like redo it? Okay, nothing was. I don't even know what was fucking different. And now I'm lost. I was told it would be obvious what we had to do here, but I don't know what to fucking do. Or how, like, what to do to get the last 6%. Alright, I guess this is when we, like, pause and I look it up. Be right back. Alright, fucking figured it out. The most dumb, obtuse shit the world's ever fucking seen. So, what was happening is you can only unlock this if, when you last played P3, you picked the answer about bonds. You don't have to have the dialogue option unlocked. It had to literally be the last time you did the section, you picked bonds. So if you pick bonds the first time, and then you go back to get the 100% completion by picking the alternate line, because for some reason we decided to lock the arbitrary 100% completion behind that, having to pick the obviously incorrect line, it will consider you having as last picked Solitude instead of Bonds. So when you go back here and you say you do the thing again, it won't unlock because last time you said fucking Solitude instead of Bonds in P3. So you have to go back and do P3 again, pick Bonds, and then go back here, pick Bonds, and then you fucking get this shit. I mean, I guess they're like, oh, we're not visual novel-y enough. If you don't have to fucking look up on the internet how the hell to even get the true ending, you're not a real visual novel? Jesus, man. So stupid. If you don't have to data mine the fucking game to figure out how the hell to get the true ending, are you really playing a visual novel?
How can one human's power alone be enough to best me?
You know, Kagutsuchi, that's what holds you back. The power I wield. The power we wield.
You know, I think we've seen this is all still the same, but we'll let it play out.
Silence, pest! I will not lose! I am stronger than anything!
I mean, it really should just be once you complete both, you unlock, you know, just a standalone one chapter thing instead of having it be done in the most obtuse fashion possible. Which is actually what I think maybe was happening back in the original character storylines, where I had to beat it like fucking 4 times before we finally got the Margaret scene. Because there's like a scene that's like has the same kind of like random dialogue right before you fight Labrys, or Shadow Labrys, you have to be like, you know, it's Bonds or something else. And of course, you pick Bonds the first time because you've played a JRPG before. And then your second time through, you pick the alternate option to get the arbitrary percentage completion. But then it's like, well, you didn't pick Bonds, so you don't get to see the, you know, final sequence of like your 20-second talk with Margaret. And so then you're like, I don't know what I'm fucking missing. It says it's still red, but or it says it's still yellow, even though I've picked all the dialogue options. Then you do it again, you pick the other option this time. You're like, I'm pretty sure I picked this the first time. I actually have video evidence of me picking it the first time, so I'm fucking confused as hell. And then you pick it again, and this reason for sometimes you get to see Margaret, because now you have all the completion, plus you pick the right answer. It's bad.
Persona!
Now, I mean, can we, because... Okay, it's not letting us skip, so we'll just let it kind of, we'll maybe kind of skim it, because this is still the same, but it's considered new text, and I don't want to accidentally potentially
Adachi-san?
skip not new text.
What are you doing?
He scratches his head and rolls his eyes. Without a doubt, that's the Adachi-san I know. Displeased in an ever so slightly embarrassed
Hey, what are you
way.
spacing out for? I don't have time to waste either. So let's...
Right.
Feel it. The two Izanagi's respond.
Izanagi! Nagatsu Izanagi!
It's just a very odd decision to like lock your true ending behind this arcane nonsense.
Over, Hino Kagutsuchi!
But I mean, I guess that's the visual novel influence, because there are visual novels loved to lock their, you know, most important content behind some fucking arcane bullshit. Okay, now this is a cutscene. I feel pretty safe skipping that. Frenzy that was raging only a moment ago has unbelievably quieted down. There's only the cold and, I mean, you could have just started it here, honestly. There's only the cold and calm moonlight in the air. Red fog has disappeared somehow, and I feel like time has stopped here.
Where is he?
Or it could have at least marked the one as not being complete, instead of saying that it was complete, even though it wasn't actually complete. It's easy enough to figure out. He's asking about Minazuki, the other self within him.
I don't know. He was trying to protect you from Kagutsuchi.
I see.
He's different. Madness and childish denial he'd shown up until now is all but gone. And now he's just standing there with an air of quiet, icy menace. It's like he knows everything that happened when he was Minazuki.
When I woke up, I was in the hospital. I didn't know anyone there, or even how long I'd been out.
Joe starts to talk. His clear voice is missing the intimidating quality it used to have.
My care was paid up for basically forever. I had a pretty good idea where the money came from.
Shuji Akutsuki.
Yeah. The same goddamn bastard who tampered with an orphan kid and threw him away like yesterday's garbage when I blacked out.
Sho Minazuki was one of the orphans collected by the Kirijo Ergonomics Research Laboratory as a test subject. Shuji Akutsuki, the man in charge of the research, implanted a mysterious artifact known as a plume of dusk into Sho's body.
That lab was everything to me. I did everything I could when I was a kid. I was happy to see that rotten bastard smile.
Sho.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, all that was left for me when I woke up was a shit ton of money and a world I never knew. You get it, right? All I know is fighting. I don't have a damn clue how to live in this world.
Think back to what Mitsuru-san said. By the time Sho was old enough to think for himself, he had been taken in by the research lab and placed in confinement, cut off from all contact with the outside world. The only other person Sho knew was Shuji Akutsuki, who was in charge of research at that time. When Sho lost consciousness because of Akutsuki's experiments, he was sent to a hospital. I can only imagine how the world must have looked when he woke up all alone in that hospital bed.
I left the hospital and went out into the world. Yeah, that's right. Into your Inaba.
What? You were in Inaba?
Yeah, and it sucked. It was so boring I thought I was gonna die. That's when the murder case broke on that foggy day.
Don't tell me.
That's right. I saw it all. I saw what you did, what you fought against, and how you solved the case.
Good lord, Sho's known about us for far longer than we knew about him. Been observing us all this time?
It was fun. It got my blood pumping. I got the scent of battle. And I thought you were just like me. Then right when that case was just about closed, that thing spoke to me. It asked if I wanted to destroy the world.
You're talking about Kagutsuchi?
Yeah. Minazuki came up with the plan, and I went with it. And then, you know the rest.
Just as I thought, Sho doesn't really want the world destroyed. What he really yearns for is a world he can live in.
Sho, don't be afraid to bond with people. You're like Labrys, someone who was made to fight, so that's all they know. But she's one of our good friends now.
Yeah, but like Labrys wasn't trying to fucking murder everyone. She just wanted to murder a few people. But not even really. Just like when Yosuke, Chi, and my other friends accepted their shadows. Then obstacles Sho must overcome as well.
Still, the only way I can relate to you all is by fighting.
All right then. If fighting is the only way you can form bonds, then I'll fight you till the cows come home. Just don't drag anyone else into it.
Just like that, life returns to Sho's eyes. Along with it, the scar on his forehead and eyes shine as a pure, bluish white, and I can sense the fire of life, much stronger than before, surging through his entire body. Not only that, but something rises behind him. It's the persona that Minazuki was using. So, this just shows true, unbound strength. Oh well, looks like this strategy was a failure. Can't go easy on him at this rate. I do like at least like a showing a real sense of remorse. That's the start. Oh god, how do I play this?
Persona.
Oh, you gotta freaking.
Go. Nice try. Over here. One more. Over here.
Bro, you're not taking any damage. That's the wrong button.
Over here. Over here. There.
Nope. Didn't quite work out.
Over here.
Come on, I gotta end it with a knee blow. You gotta end it with a knee blow. Oh, we didn't quite end it with a knee blow? Well, you had to end the final fight with your knees belong to me?
It's over. Show Minazuki. To think he'd take so quickly to the persona passed down from the self born of that plume of dusk. It's been a while since we've had a guest with that much power. I presume Sho will be a rather dreadful underclassman for him. I truly look forward to what develops of this.
Ah, so that red-haired young man has reached an epiphany.
Yes. The many encounters he had here have brought about a change within him.
This definitely feels a bit better than the way it ended in P3. I'll give it that.
Surely have many more
in terms of Sho's character,
on his journey from here on.
That he actually feels a bit more changed.
Elizabeth, will you not return to us? Theo was worried about you. I believe he had been to this place as well.
Oh, did he? I hadn't noticed at all. Not even a raindrop's worth.
Is that so?
Well then, it seems the time has come for me to take my leave. Please tell my incompetent brother this.
Wow.
My journey has just begun.
Freaking rude.
Elizabeth. I sense that you may become a guest of our room someday yourself.
How's that gonna work? You just want to charge her money for personas, don't you? I'm on to you, Margaret. That was close. My blood ran cold many times in that battle. Fought with all my might, without holding back at all, but Sho was fast. His slashes were sharp, and he fought like a veteran warrior who's gone through intense training.
How do you feel, Sho?
I lost. That's the brawn of a guy with bonds, huh? Never mind. Even my jokes are lame right now.
They were always lame.
Come at me whenever you want, as often as you want. I'll always accept the challenge.
Just don't fucking murder random people, you weirdo. Or try and murder them in any form or fashion. This isn't the end. For Sho, this battle is only the beginning. The only way Sho could form a relationship with others was by hurting them. He started this mess because he wanted so badly to have those bonds he couldn't attain. But in every strike he aimed at me during our fight, I think I sensed his wish for us to accept each other, and to boost one another up. Just how it should be. A connection with others can be a great strength, depending on how you face them. It helps us grow. Sho took hold of the first chance he had, through whatever means he knew, and offered it to me. I intended to accept his challenge with all my might. I wonder if that got through to him.
So what are you gonna do now? I meant it when I said that the others would.
Nah, that's enough. I'm tired of all your lecturing. I'll kill you for sure one day. You better be ready when I come for you.
Bro, just be normal. Oh man, I wish I could make friends. Also, Sho, fucking, I'm gonna murder you. Sho makes a smirking bow and disappears, flying far away from here. All he can do is smile at his rather smug attitude. On seeing Sho leave, Margaret approaches me.
It seems it's over. And that was a wonderful battle. It even made my heart skip a beat. I'll look forward to your rematch with him.
I'd be fine if he didn't show up for a while.
Is that so? This encounter between you two will one day give way to something irreplaceable. I don't know your desires, but that may be the nature of the power you hold.
Who knows?
It's true that I've made wonderful friends here in Inaba, and it's those friends who have allowed me to overcome my trials so far. That's not because I'm special or anything. I'm sure the same thing will happen to Sho from here on out too.
By the by, now that the red fog is gone, this place will disappear shortly. Shouldn't your friends evacuate more urgently?
Ah, it's fine. They didn't program fall damage in this game. That's right, I completely forgot about that. This tower is only an illusion that came out of the red fog. Now that the fog is gone, this place will turn back to regular old Yasagami High.
Margaret, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh? What is it?
Could you please send all my friends here in the tower somewhere safe?
You're going to have to pay for that. Ah, shit, I don't have any money on me. Margaret falls silent, as if thinking for a moment, and then turns a smile towards me.
Since you did entertain me somewhat, I suppose I should show my appreciation. Very well. I shall send you all to a safe place.
Thank you.
May we meet again in the Velvet Room.
After those parting words, I'm enveloped in a white light. As my vision begins to fade, I see the open space I was just in start to peel away from the edges, crumble without a sound.
What's this? Oh, it seems I was a moment too late.
My cola!
To think I missed an opportunity to see two tremendous powers clash. Oh, how I wish I could have witnessed it with my own eyes.
It's okay, Theodore. I was recording it.
Are you satisfied yet?
Sister?
Might not impress you as much as you would think, though.
Is there some irregularity with my presence here?
No, that wasn't what I meant.
Why is everyone so mean to Theo?
So, did you see Elizabeth?
I wasn't out to find her. Rather, I was scouting the area in search of this cola you wished for. It's true. This is my proof.
I've only got like 47 cans, though.
I did not think that this cola would be hidden in such a sturdy metallic box.
That's stealing.
Disassembling the box took some time, but I did so without breaking anything. I also inserted all the 10,000 yen bills I had before reassembling.
Maybe it's not stealing.
To think that the people of this world go to such lengths simply just to buy cola. I still have much to learn.
It doesn't matter. So, were you able to take a look about this world?
Bro, my man's fighting for his fucking life out here trying to get you some cola. You can at least show some appreciation.
Of course, sister. The people I encountered here exhibited much stronger powers than usual by trusting in these bonds between each other. I gather that the reason they display such powers is because they have a wish they desire, along with the ones their bonds connect them to.
I see. I'm surprised. You did rather well.
I think Elizabeth may have found such a wish as well.
She has. What makes you say so?
Perhaps it's only my imagination, but I sensed something while pursuing her. I thought Elizabeth might have found something she wants to do for someone besides herself. In other words, a wish of her own.
Huh.
Sister?
I see. Very well. So, what kind of bonds do you intend on exploring?
Well, I believe we should first start by making a toast with this cola. I've heard that it is a sublime ritual performed by the people of this world to further strengthen their bonds.
Typically they don't use cola,
I
but...
already worry about where you'll end up. Come now, Theo. Let's go back.
Alright, I've been trying to be nice. We're not leaving until you drink this cola. All 100 cans.
Please, wait for me, sister!
Oh, we got one little last bit. Alrighty. Two-day true end. May 6th, a sunny day in contrast to the gray skies of yesterday. Even though this is the last day of Golden Week, the Junos food court seems pretty quiet. Normally it would be even more crowded than usual, but the reason it's empty is obvious at a glance. People flood into the store like a receding tide, afraid of the bizarre crew who just showed up. This includes a man covered by not much except its cape, costumed hero, a woman in thick fur despite the summer heat, and two robots.
Oh, it looks like the place is all ours. Is management gonna be okay with this?
Ah, they're fine.
It's usually more crowded. My dad's gonna kill me if he finds out about this. Wait, is this my fault?
Even Yosuke seems at his wit's end as he answers Junpei-san. Teddy's in his usual costume rather than normal clothes, but thanks to the idiosyncrasies of the Shadow Operatives, he doesn't stand out much at all. After the night we solved that case, we decided to take this opportunity to throw a celebration party with everyone. There we go, there's our frickin' party, man. I don't know the details of how it got started, but since Labrys wanted it to be at some place bustling, Yosuke took the bold step of deciding to hold it here. What I want to know is, how did it not occur to him that this would happen?
Well then, it's a great day out and...
That's so played out, Yosuke-senpai.
Just hurry up and get things started. I'm starving.
No, I give up. You do it, partner.
Me? I only just recently learned how to talk. Oh shit. In addition to our usual members, the Shadow Operatives joining in has made our group pretty big, and Yosuke gives up as everyone stares at him amidst catcalls. Oh well, someone falls and another will follow them up. That's how our investigation team rolls, after all.
Okay, here goes. 1, 2.
Good job, everyone!
Yeah, fucking perfect sync? That's impressive. Modest party kicks off with a toast. No one must have gotten much sleep last night, but they're all having fun chatting. Some are reuniting with friends they haven't seen in a while, and others are meeting new people for the first time.
My, it's hot today. Yuka-chan, aren't you hot in that costume? You could unzip the suit just a little bit.
The same could be said for you.
Whoa, hey! Don't touch that!
Are you hot, Teddy? I'll open up your zipper for you. Here we go.
Labrys-chan, it doesn't open that way. No!
Oh god.
It came off.
Goodbye, Alice in Wonderland Teddy. It was nice knowing you.
The pretty boy within can't come out now!
Speaking of pretty boys, that definitely applies to Ken-kun. He's got, like, this natural aura around him.
Don't be weird, Chie.
I think you're right. He seems like someone you just can't resist looking after. Did someone say my name?
Wow, you're right. His skin is clearer than the average girl's, too.
What?
Huh? What?
You're after my position as pretty boy, aren't you, Ken Ken? I won't let you get away with this!
I knew I should have bought a change of clothes. I'm sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, why are you wearing that?
May as well put on my mask since that actually might help. Wait, huh? Where's my mask?
Oh no.
Akihiko-san! That looks perfect on you!
Interesting. Yeah, it really limits your field of vision. If I wear it during my training, it'll really help for low visibility situations.
What kind of situations are those? People will call the police on you if you train in that.
Whoa! It looks surprisingly good on you, Master. You look like a comic book hero.
It seems they have a good master-disciple relationship going.
Wow, you're an engineering student, Fukusan? I'm hopeless at math, so I really admire girls who are strong in the sciences.
It's
Same.
nothing really. You can be good at it too once you get the hang of it.
Wrong. Numbers are fucking an arcane subject.
Hey, what do engineering students do anyway? Do you know, Yukiko?
Maybe they do experiments. You know, like adding secret ingredients to dishes.
So that was an experiment.
What kind of guy do you go for, Mitsuru-san? Are you engaged or something?
Yosuke, don't even try, man. You're just setting yourself up for heartbreak.
Me? I did have someone like that in the past. But all I can focus on right now are my missions.
Whoa, you got guts taking a shot at Mitsuru-senpai and all this chaos, kid. She's a tough one, so be prepared.
What? Iori?
You're so funny, Junpei-san. I think you might be one of the top 2 funniest people I know.
Kind of an interesting line from Mitsuru there, though.
What's this? Is the lovely Rosette actually complimenting me?
She's not complimenting you at all. So who's the other one?
Why are you all looking at me for? Kind of rude, don't you think?
Hey, Yukiko-senpai. Can I pet him now, too?
He says he wants to stay here a bit longer. Right,
Aw.
Gangaro-maru?
No, Koromaru, please don't deny kanji.
At least learn his actual name. You understood that?
That's why there are some cases where one can't help but to take drastic action.
I see. Impressive, Naoto-san. You really live up to the Shirogane name.
Well, it's a bit of a dirty tactic, but in certain pressing circumstances...
Impressive. Pressing? Naoto-san, was that a pun just now? It's well over the phoneme threshold.
Was it a pun?
Huh? Of course not. It was just a coincidence.
We've been fighting all throughout Golden Week, and we're only just now getting a moment to catch our breaths. Party goes on with the usual drift from topic to topic. I eventually noticed that Labrys has stepped away from everyone to stand alone in the corner of the food court. So I go talk to her.
What's the matter, Labrys?
Oh, I was just looking out at the town. I didn't get a really good look at it the other day, so I want to take it in as much as I can now.
Labrys gazes past the fence into the distance. The area around here is just an ordinary country town. It's hard to think that there's anything novel about it, but this is Labrys, who's been asleep for over 10 years. Everything she seems to be fresh and new to her.
What do you see?
Lots of things. There's tons of people, everyone living their life to the fullest. Hey, Yukon. Thanks for everything.
Labrys suddenly bows formally to me. Did we do something? She just thanking us for helping her out?
It was you who helped us out this time, Labrys. We're even now.
But Labrys slowly shakes her head. I guess that wasn't what she meant. So, what then? I can't think of anything else she could be thanking us
No,
for.
that's not what I meant. I slept for so long that everything's a first for me. Like having a celebration party with so many folks.
Huh. Well, are you enjoying it?
For sure. Everyone seems like they're having fun, so that makes me happy. And there's something I figured out, too. You guys and all them shadow operatives might not be together all the time, but that don't matter.
Labrys and I look back towards the group. There's no investigation team or shadow operatives anymore. Only a cheerful time shared between friends. Bonds we forged won't disappear, no matter how far apart we may be. That's something I learned from Mitsuru-san and her people. They all went their separate ways, but they reunited here, even after quite some time, because of this case. Hope our investigation team will be like them from now on. I think we have it in us. What happened over the last day was our first step towards that goal.
I agree, but doesn't the same go for us, since we got to meet during Golden Week?
You're right. We promised to meet again, and though that was literally just the other day, here I am again. It was tough, but fun too. That's why I want to thank you.
Yeah, who knows what'll happen tomorrow?
I could say the same to you.
A smile naturally forms on both our faces. After Labrys has a good laugh, she looks straight at me.
I'm sure Shokun will be okay.
Hmm?
He might have lived all alone, without anyone to talk to, but we're there for him now.
Yeah, Sho's journey is just getting started. We can change as much as we want by learning from other people.
You got that right.
Labrys mumbles to herself and looks into the distance once again. Her expression is bright. It's like she really is human. And I have no doubts that Sho can make just as dramatic a transformation.
I'm gonna do my best too.
It's truly a wonderful day out. The sun's risen high up in the sky, casting strong shadows on the rooftop. Clear blue skies of Inaba look as though they're blessing our futures. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Nice little bow on the game there. I guess we're at 2 hours. May as well keep going for a little bit longer just to kind of, I guess, talk briefly about just the game as a whole. I don't have like too much really to say that hasn't already been said, I don't think. Overall, taking everything as a whole, I definitely enjoyed it way more than I expected, right? Like, Labrys' character is really the star of the show, right? Her scene at the beach in her character storyline, and then that epilogue scene. I was not expecting like the game to like emotionally affect me on that level. So those are like the 2 clear standout moments. Especially that second one, that ending epilogue from earlier in the video. I mean that I was tearing up there during that. So on that sense, much better than I expected. And it definitely felt good to finally play this after like 10 years. I remember like when it got announced, being kind of interested in the idea of it, you know, being like I was initially put off because it's a fighting game and I'm not really into fighting games, but the idea that it was like an actual like sequel to Persona 4 was cool. But like at the time I transitioned away from consoles, so I didn't really have like a way to play it easily. So I just kind of, never got around to playing it myself. Like I remember even like I remember someone I used to watch back in the day actually tried to do like a series on it, but Atlas used to be, I mean, they're still kind of weird about like you uploading videos of their stuff. But they used to be really bad back in, 2012 or whatever, and like, nobody would be willing to actually do a full playthrough because of the risk of copyright strikes, because they were pretty aggressive about it. So that's why I basically ended up never even watching like a Let's Play of the series either, even though I couldn't play it myself personally. So it felt really nice to be able to kind of not only play it on my own, but also get to do one of those Let's Plays that I wish had existed back when the game originally came out. But yeah, I mean, like, I guess the main criticisms, though, there is a lot of, like, reusing of content, right, in terms of the character storylines and the way P3 kind of mimics P4 a little too much, and just the kind of idea that, I don't really know how you would do it, but maybe if you just, like, mixed P4 and P3 together to make it just one good version instead of P4 just feeling like a kind of lackluster version of P3, but then P3 also suffering from kind of just being like retreading some of the same ground that episode P4 did. But overall, I mean, just like very good. You know, it being I think it is kind of held back, like, story-wise, of course, by being, like, the fighting game aspects, with, like, the kind of random filler fights with the shadow copies is, like, a little... It made, like, I liked it more in the character storylines. It felt more natural there, where you're actually fighting the characters, but there's, like, some manipulation going on, as opposed to fighting the fake copies wasn't that interesting. And plus, because like they didn't even really go to the extent of it being like, oh, are these like our real shadows like they did in the original character storylines. Like those were kind of neat, having them face off against their shadows again, and like as a example of character growth, like the way that each character kind of takes on their shadow differently than they did originally in Persona 4 was cool. Or the Persona 3 characters who just straight up didn't whatever. I wonder if actually now those two scenes there, I don't think we saw those. Was that cutscene actually different? The one that I skipped? 'Cause I kind of assumed it was gonna play out exactly the same. We could check it real quick to see if it's actually the same, because I didn't recognize those two stills there. Hell, sure, why not? We got some time. We'll just, the infinite stall.
This program was brought to you by the following sponsors.
Kind of like, once a video gets to be, like, at a certain length, you're like, fuck it. May as well. Plus, you know, there's no other chance to do it. This is the finale after. I will just go ahead and just make this like a 2-hour video. Yeah, go to Awakening. This should all be the same, so we just want to get to the cutscene and see if it actually changes on the second half. Because I didn't recognize those stills. But yeah, definitely a fun time. Trying to think. Because there's not much of a backlog. I'm actually because I need to kind of get this Let's Play like finished for its replacement series. That's kind of time sensitive. So we might actually have been doing like single uploads up to this point. Because I think this is what part 56 goes up today, and this is part 60. Okay, so this is different. All right.
The malice has been defeated. But your true battle begins here. After all that has happened, I'm eager to see what you will do.
Forgive my insolence, but the fight about to transpire piques my interest. I wish to witness its outcome.
I didn't really think it was weird that they were there, but yeah, I guess that does explain why they were here.
Show.
Alright, that's nice. But yeah, this will finally call it. Game also ended up being a lot longer than I expected. I definitely didn't, like, know the story was this long. But definitely enjoyable as a whole. Glad I did the Let's Play on it. I think we're going to finally go ahead and call it here. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next Let's Play. And bye, guys.